Introduction to money laundering methods. Ever wondered how criminals get away with moving illegal money? In today's video, we're breaking down the secret methods of money laundering. Find out how it works and how these criminals cover their tracks. Money laundering is the process of disguising illicitly obtained funds so that they appear legitimate. This often involves a series of steps designed to obscure the original source of the money, making it difficult for authorities to trace and seize it. While the methods employed vary in complexity and sophistication, they all share the goal of integrating illegal money into the financial system. In this report, we examine various money laundering techniques, providing insights into how these schemes work and how they are used by criminal organizations. 1. Smurfing, a basic money laundering technique. Smurfing is one of the most well-known and basic methods of money laundering. In this technique, large sums of illegal money are broken down into smaller, less suspicious amounts to avoid detection by financial institutions. For example, an individual may take $1 million in illicit funds and deposit them in amounts of $9,000 or less across various bank branches. The goal is to remain under the $10,000 threshold, which typically triggers bank reports. By spreading the deposits across multiple locations and using different people to make the deposits, the individual effectively avoids detection. These individuals are often referred to as smurfs. The technique relies on the fact that many banks do not flag transactions unless they exceed a certain amount, which allows the criminal to move money without raising red flags. However, while smurfing can be effective in the short term, it is often only a preliminary step in a broader money laundering operation. Footnote: Smurfing is used to circumvent financial systems reporting requirements and involves breaking down large sums of money into smaller, less noticeable deposits. 2. Layering, obscuring the source of funds. Once the illicit funds are deposited into the financial system, the next step is layering. Layering involves moving the money through a series of complex transactions designed to make tracing the original source of funds extremely difficult. This process often involves transferring money between different accounts, converting funds into foreign currency, or using fraudulent invoices to justify financial transactions. The objective of layering is to obscure the paper trail that links the money to its illegal origin. Layering can also involve moving money across borders, purchasing and selling assets, or engaging in trade-based transactions, such as under or over-invoicing. The goal is to create a maze of transactions that confuses investigators and discourages them from pursuing the investigation further. By the time the funds are fully layered, it is often impossible to trace their illicit origin. Footnote: Layering is the process of complicating the financial trail of illicit funds through multiple transactions and conversions to obscure their source. 3. Integration, legitimatizing the illicit funds. After the money has been layered and its origin obscured, the next step is integration. This phase involves reintroducing the clean money back into the economy as if it were legitimate. Common integration methods include purchasing assets such as real estate, stocks, or bonds, or using the funds to make large investments. The goal is to make the illicit funds appear legitimate so that they can be freely spent without raising suspicion. For example, a criminal might buy real estate with the laundered money and later sell the property at a profit. Alternatively, the funds could be used to invest in a legitimate business venture, thus generating returns on the illicit capital. Integration is the final step in the money laundering process, after which the funds can be used without fear of detection. Footnote: Integration is the process of reintroducing laundered money into the legitimate economy, typically through asset purchases or investments. 4. Cash-intensive businesses, a front for money laundering. Another common method of money laundering is through cash-intensive businesses, such as restaurants, bars, or convenience stores. In these businesses, a criminal can easily mix illicit money with legitimate earnings. For instance, a cafe that makes $2,000 a day might report $4,000 in sales, with the extra $2,000 being illicit funds. By running the money through the business, the funds appear to be legitimate income, thus laundering the money. These businesses often operate in a way that makes it difficult for authorities to detect fraud. There is no need to engage in complex transactions, instead, the illicit money is simply blended into normal operations. This technique is effective because it is mundane, making it harder for authorities to notice irregularities without an in-depth investigation. Footnote: cash-intensive businesses serve as a convenient front for laundering money, as they allow illicit funds to be blended with legitimate earnings. 5. Trade-based money laundering, using international trade. Trade-based money laundering is a sophisticated method used to move illicit money across borders. In this method, a business may over-invoice or under-invoice goods being traded between countries. For example, a business might claim to be shipping $1 million worth of luxury handbags when, in reality, the shipment is worth much less. The excess value paid for the goods is then laundered as clean money. This method exploits the global trade system and takes advantage of discrepancies in regulations, customs practices, and the difficulty of inspecting every shipment. By manipulating invoices and trade documents, criminals can transfer illicit funds across borders without raising suspicion. This method is often used by multinational corporations, but it is also accessible to smaller criminal enterprises looking to launder money internationally. Footnote: trade-based money laundering involves falsifying trade documents to move illicit funds across borders while disguising their origin. 6. Black market peso exchange, a parallel economy. The black market peso exchange, BMPE, is a money laundering technique commonly used by drug cartels to move illicit money between countries. In this scheme, criminals in the United States sell drugs, accumulating large sums of dirty money in US dollars. To launder the money, they work with brokers in the US who sell the dollars to importers in Colombia. These importers use the money to pay for goods from American suppliers. The cartel receives pesos in Colombia, and the importers use the dollars to buy the goods they need. This system works because it avoids traditional financial channels, making it difficult for authorities to track the movement of money. The BMPE has been a popular method for laundering drug money, but it has also been used in other forms of illicit activity. Footnote: the black market peso exchange is a money laundering technique that involves using a shadow economy to move illicit funds across borders without triggering bank alerts. Conclusion: money laundering remains a significant challenge for financial institutions and law enforcement agencies worldwide. The methods used to launder money are diverse, ranging from smurfing and layering to trade-based schemes and the black market peso exchange. While these techniques have become more sophisticated over time, they all share the same goal: to integrate illicit money into the legitimate economy. Understanding these methods is crucial for combating money laundering and ensuring that criminals are unable to profit from illegal activities. Footnote: the conclusion summarizes the various money laundering methods discussed and emphasizes the importance of understanding these tactics to combat financial crimes. Now that you know the tricks of money laundering, it's time to stay alert and protect yourself. Don't let illicit practices affect your financial security. Subscribe for more insights on how to protect your assets and stay informed.